Labas vakaras, mėly lietuviai. 29 kartą susirinkę Australijos lietuvių dienas. Man didelė garbė yra būti čia ir jūs sveikinti ir perduoti nuoširdžiausius linkėjimus iš Lietuvos. Perduoti linkėjimus nuo dainų švenčių Lietuvoje, dalyvių, žiūrovų, organizatorių. 2018 metais Lietuva švęs 100 metų atkūrimo Lietuvos jubiliejų. Ir žinoma, pats didžiausias kultūros renginys vyks Lietuvos dainų šventė vardan tos. Norėdamas pasinaudoti progą, kviečiu jūs visus atvykti į Lietuvą. Ir dainuoti, ir šokti, ir pažiūrėti, ir tuo pačiu atsivežti savo draugus, kaimynus, australus, parodyti, kokia Lietuva yra graži šalis, kokie lietuviai yra puikūs žmonės, kaip jie myli savo kraštą, savo puoselėję kultūrą, kur begyventų. Vis vien lietuvis stengiasi išlaikyti kalbą, išlaikyti savo tradicijas. Norėdamas irgi pasinaudoti progą šiandieną, dėkoju visiems jums, kad jūs ilgus dešimtmečius, būdami toli nuo Lietuvos, dainuojate, šokėte, rengiate šventes ir rūpinatės, kad šitos tradicijos būtų perduotos jaunajai kartai. Ačiū jums. Na, o šiandieną mes jums atvežėm dalelę Lietuvos. Turime Lietuvos nacionalinis kultūros centras atkūrė labai unikalią Lietuvos visų 5 etninių regionų tautinių kostiumų kolekciją. Gražiausius pavyzdžius šiandien atvežėm jums ir norime jums juos pristatyti. Taigi, gražios šventės ir gražių akimirkų.
Augstaitia are the clothes that we see in front of us at the moment. Women's costumes in Augstaitia were frequently called the most archaic in Lithuania. White garments of the woman in Augstaitia, such as blouse, shirts, aprons or headdresses, were frequently adorned with geometric red patterns. It was believed that red ornaments in linen clothes would protect against the forces of evil. In Augstaitia, a special element of married women's costumes dating back to the Middle Ages was a wimple wound around the head. In this region, woolen skirts with checks, the colours and compositions of which had distinctive favoured features in every parish, assumed the greatest popularity. In richer parishes of West Augstaitia, Western fashions spreading across manors and towns were more easily observed. A waistcoat was usually sewn from the expensive manufactured cloth in the style that prevailed in the upper class of society. The women of West Augstaitia adorned their costume with amber or coral necklaces, while silver beads were also popular. Young girls would cover their heads with crowns on festive occasions. The men of Augstaitia wore overcoats from felted wool cloth of grey or brown hues, or dyed in dark colours. The men would gird their ample waists with wide sashes. I made that bit up. A felt hat constituted their typical summer headdress and, according to foreign travellers, was rarely taken off. Thank you, Augstaitia. Žemaitija. The folk clothes a lot of Žemaitai and some Lithuanian. The folk clothes worn by the inhabitants of Žemaitija were especially colourful. Sometimes almost the entire outfit was red. A skirt assumed great importance in the woman's costume. Its cloth usually manifested a combination of at least 5 contrasting colours. On holidays, the women frequently wore several skirts at the same time. Wide festive aprons were also striped lengthwise. The design of women's bodices with a raised waistline might have reflected the Empire or even Renaissance mode of dress. Amber necklaces were also appreciated in the region. Unmarried girls' wreaths were made from intertwined silk ribbons. In the middle of the 19th century, men of Žemaitija wore coarse homespun overcoats. Thank you, Žemaitija. Dzūkija. In Dzūkija, traditional folk garments were more frequently worn than in the other regions. Men would wear woven woolen waistcoats and wide, exquisite sashes, high boots and hats from felted wool. Women's festive costumes also manifested local peculiarities. Checked shirts, minutely checked or figured aprons, and blouse shirts embroidered in wide, white open work were widely acknowledged. The bodices of the women were usually sewn from ornate manufactured cloths, silk, damask, self-coloured or motley wool. Their style probably reflected the 18th century mode of dress. The women in Dzūkija wore a great many sashes, the majority of which were exquisite, having patterns characteristic of the region. Little coral beads constituted the most popular type of jewellery. Young girls wore gold crowns. Thank you, Dzūkija. Slovakia. In the 19th century, a great many well-off peasants lived in Slovakia. Their holiday clothes were sewn from high-quality homemade and manufactured cloths. The garments worn by the women displayed intense, deep colours: navy blue, purple, violet and green. The women wore skirts which were wide and with multiple pleats around the waist. The width of a skirt showed the richness of its owner. The women of Slovakia made sleeves of their shirts particularly wide and would fold into multiple pleats. The apron constituted the most ornate and impressive part of a woman's costume. In the 19th century, the women learned complicated weaving patterns. The young girls would usually cover their heads with high gold crowns. The men, unlike the women of the province, wore light-coloured clothes on festive occasions. Slovakia. In the first half of the 19th century, the costume of the inhabitants of Klaipėda manifested an abundant diversity of colours and was full of exotic antique elements. The women wore short bodices or jackets. White linen aprons with red patterns were worn over a checkered or striped skirt. The women of Klaipėda also wore wide and narrow sashes. Necklaces were made from glass or amber beads. In the beginning of the 19th century, brides wore an impressive netted cap, the so-called kikas, a high, cylindrically shaped type of headdress made from black velvet or felt. Thank you, Klaipėda.